Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Bob on the Farm. Today's kind of a big day. We're going to get started on the combine today. Actually, if you look out across the creek there, you can see that yellow field of beans that used to be green, but it's no longer green because it's starting to the leaves are starting to turn. And I don't know, so, and then also the two fields over at Andy's are starting to change color too, so it's inevitable. Fall is coming, the harvest season is nearly upon us, and I need to get this combine ready to go. And ready to go means I've got a few things I got to replace. So the things I got to do on it are pretty much as follows. It needs a new belt for the tailings drive, and I have that old belt, so I can get the number off of that. See how loose and sloppy how sloppy we are here. I think, and I've got all of the adjustment, which is up there, taken up. So I need to probably remove half a link out of that chain there, just to make it so that it can snug it up. Same deal on the other chain. That's the clean grain auger. The other chain also has a similar issue, and that's the tailings auger, elevator. So although this isn't really that bad, I might let that go. Definitely clean grain. Then I've got a bunch of bags of mothballs I gotta fish out of here, because I didn't want the little critters to get in here. And we gotta change the heads. It's got the corn head on it right now. It needs to have the bean head on it. I don't know if you can see that in there. The light's not the greatest. Oh yeah, I guess you can see it. That also needs some work. But we'll talk about that once we get it out of the barn. So anyway, I need a broom. Sweep some of these crazy cobwebs off of this thing. All right, well, I didn't think it was going to get started, but it did. Yeah, I'm going to have to get the broom and sweep all these cobwebs and crap off of here. Guess it just collects a lot of dust sitting in the barn all year. Yeah, I did that again. I guess we'll just let it sit there and run for a little bit. Hasn't run for a while. We'll let it recharge the batteries up. And we'll work on where we're going to put this thing down. Whew. She's a dirty, dirty girl. Okay, so listen to me. All right, so the first step in taking the head off of one of these combines is you have to disconnect the chain couplers. And I'm having a difficult time. There it goes. Okay, never mind. I figured it out. So anyway, these chains are they just wrap around here. There we go. You just wrap around and boom, coupler comes undone. Just like that. It's amazing and remarkable. So I don't lose this, I'm going to go ahead and set this up on the step, and then we'll go and do the other side. Pretty good I was able to do that one-handed, right? All right, why you no go here? What the heck? There. Oh, I have no idea how that works. There. So apparently, so this ring slides out. It was just stuck apparently. I'm gonna have to spray that with some goop, I guess. All right, so we got that one off. So now we're disconnected. Then on this head there are 2 bolts that hold it in place. That's one of them right there, and there's another one just like it over on the other side. So we have to take this bolt off of here. So let's see here, I need a 3/4 inch wrench. Look, there's 3/4 now. Actually, I need 2 3/4 inch wrenches because you gotta hold the back side and you gotta hold the front side. So, and I seem to have misplaced my 3/4 inch socket for this set, and I don't know where it is. I've been looking for it and I haven't found it yet. I know it's got to be somewhere in the shop there, but it beats me as to where it might be. So let's see. I'll crawl up under here and all right, where the heck's the bolt? Oh, it's clear over here. Got that. And I lost my 3/4 inch open end wrench. I can hear it jingling. There it is. Okay, I gotta find all. All right, so we got the corn head off. I guess I will go ahead and order a couple of things from Shoop tonight. And the things I'm going to order are these. Well, they're going to be for the. Excuse me. They're going to be for this header here. And what we got is I lost a couple of these fingers and a couple of the finger little socket things. It takes 12 of them to give all new ones, and they make them that are not metallic, so they're like plastic. They go through and it's like sending a stick through the combine instead of sending the metal bolt through the combine if one of them breaks off. So that's kind of an appealing idea to me, that those would be available here. And so I might just go ahead and replace all of these. And then these wooden bats with these tines on it, they've got a replacement that has the plastic tines. There again, if you break one off and it runs through the combine and doesn't rip everything all to shreds in there. And if it falls down and hits the cutter bar, it doesn't rip the cutter bar all to pieces. And so we'll get all of those bats, and that's about a $550 kit there. And then the last thing will be the, and it's behind, I think it's behind this guard here. Is it behind this guard? I have no idea. I gotta figure it out. But there's a belt that runs that drives the whole header, or the sickle. It's a sickle bar attachment. Yeah, because a lot of this is run by the hydraulics. Sickle is run off of the excuse me. The sickle bar is run by a belt, and that belt, I let the smoke out of it a couple times the last time I used this thing, so I think we better get a new belt. Well, I've been shopping. Let some light in here and it'll be a lot easier to work on. Okay, I know it's early in the video, but just wanted to take a second and thank everybody for watching. And if you like the video, if you get a chance here, reach down there, hit that like button. And if you look right down in this corner over here, I think it's that corner, I don't know. Could be the other corner. One of those corners down there, there's a box that you can click to subscribe. So if you would do that and subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate that. So anyway, let's get on with it here. And we'll see if we can't make this, this old header do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so we're going to start this little project off by removing this cover. Let's see. Hopefully it's not real complex inside of there. I've looked at the pictures of parts breakdown pictures of this, but that doesn't really help a whole lot. So I have no idea how this stuff goes together in here, but I do know these covers got to come off in order to work inside this thing. Alright, and that's how that comes apart. Alright, so you can see here, this thing is pretty worn out. So these are the old bolts that they used. I got new ones. Hopefully they'll work. And this came, come on. This came from, let's get this straightened out a little bit here. There we go. This came from right here. So I've got new ones, and we'll put a new one on. Well, it's looking an awful lot like I need to go get some Loctite for these screws. I've got enough of them that just aren't quite biting all the way, so I think a little thread adhesive would do the trick here. And so anyway, you can tell a few of these got let go quite a little bit longer than they probably should have, and yeah, they're worn pretty good. The other side will look about the same, except for it's missing one of these fingers, and I have to replace that. And I need to go get a couple of little pieces for that too. So I guess I'm off to Pole and Implement to get a couple of things for the combine here. Well, hey, I'm back from Pole and Implement, and I got this, which is the gizmo that holds. Well, here, let me go get it here. There's the this finger that goes on the inside and then pokes out and helps to gather the crop. Let's see if I can show you here. Come on. So anyway, there's like a crankshaft in there, but it's stationary, and as the auger turns, this thing stays straight, and it's offset, and then so as the auger goes around, these alternately push out to grab the crop. So the finger is made to fit right in here like that. And then we'll have a bolt go through there. Oops, come on. Don't you be shy about it. And then this gets bolted on. And then we'll tighten that up. That's a lock nut. And then, yeah. So this has a relief here, so in case it hits something that it can break, and instead of ruining the that crankshaft inside there, in case it falls down inside. With a new guide, it shouldn't. So I got to work on getting the old parts out first, and then put this part in like that, all put together like that. And I got to put it together in there through that little access hole, through this little access hole right there. Let's see, yep, that one right there. And yeah, so I'm going to be working on that for a little bit here, and I will pick you up later as soon as I figure something out. Okay, so I'm working on this head, this grain head here, and I've just got the one finger that was missing. I got a gathering finger. I got that installed, and I will tell you, there's no way I could have filmed it. Because I don't have that many arms. I needed one more just to do the tool work, and I still didn't get it done. But I did get it done, and it looks like it's going to be okay. Yeah, what I did was put together a whole bunch of extensions, and I went through one of these and reached down. I was able to get a socket on the end, and I reached in through this big hole here with a 1/2-inch wrench and got on the bottom of it and got the bolt turned on. So we got the bolt tightened up, and now we have all the fingers. So yeah, I'm gonna take these things back off, and I'm gonna put a little bit of Loctite red on it. That's the stuff that's supposed to lock up the threads forever and ever, I think. And that way it'll maybe hold a little bit better, and hopefully we won't lose any. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and yeah. By the time I get done with what I have here, probably it'll be time to. I've got a meeting with Lodi Ruritan tonight, and Chris and I are both in that, so we'll be going to Moxie's to eat and have our meeting. Well, I am back. It's been a couple of days. I had a book fair to do for a couple of days, and now I'm back to working on this combine. I got to get moving on it, because if I don't move, I'm not going to have a combine to use. And the leaves are falling off the beans. So I got to get my butt in gear. Anyway, these finally showed up. They're from, I got them from Shoop. So, yeah, nice new batten bars with the new plastic tines on them. Very good. Very, very good. And I might have to drill some holes, it looks like. Yep, looks like I might have to drill holes. That's okay, I've got drills. Alright, so anyway, this one still has to come off, and then I can get the rest of the other ones on. So what I'm going to have to do is, I think I got to heat those little screws up so I can get that particular. Gonna have to heat those screws up there so I can get that off and put a new one in. Alright, so we're gonna try a little bit of heat on this here. See if that will loosen these up a little bit. Hopefully it's to just put some Loctite on it, and I just have to melt the Loctite so that it'll turn. Otherwise, I might have to get a hotter wrench. Let's see if that helped anything. Strip that right out. Well, the first little propane torch didn't do anything. So now we're going to try to really heat it up. See if this will heat things up in there. Just heat this thing up so we can either grab it with the vice grips or it didn't take very long to heat the head up on that, did it? Look at that, completely red. Alright, well, let's try that. Let's see if we can give it the squeeze here. Vice grips, see if we can get a grip on it. Man, that thing is just really stuck in there. Ow. Well, that's just not helpful at all. What if we heated it up enough to be able to get that to do anything for us? Nope. Not at all. Yeah, they just don't make cheap tools like they used to. What do I do with my hammer? There. Let's heat it up one more time. All right, here we go. I don't want to burn this off because I need to get the threads out of there. But I guess we'll try to get it to heat up down through the bowl here. Oh, there it goes. Do you see that? Oh, it was turning. What the heck here? Let's see if we can get those on there. Ow, that's kind of hot. Alright, so finally, we've gotten to the end of this bolt. Holy cow. I think it was literally harder than pulling teeth. I'll have to ask my dentist friends. I don't know if I have a dentist friend. I'll have to check. But wow. Wow, was that difficult. And then I still have this other one to get out of here. It's loose, but it won't go anywhere, so it's stripped out or something. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I'm going to have to cut the rest of this off of here. And so I can reach with my finger in here and see what we got going on. But, small victories, small steps. You know how it goes. Alright, so we're getting ready to put together this this first and really messed up finger guide. And so now let me hold you up closer here. Hopefully you'll be able to see everything that I'm trying to do here, and I'll tell you what I've come up with to do this. So anyway, you can see it's got kind of a mangled up hole. Fortunately, they had repaired this one and done some welding on it. And then drilled and tapped a hole that's the right threads, so that should work out okay. But this one, there's no drilling or tapping on that sucker. Alright, so before I was so rudely interrupted by the dead battery, anyway, we'll start over again. So I've gotten to the point where I got that really stubborn finger guide off. And yeah, I pretty much this bottom hole here, that's been repaired and it's been drilled and tapped, and it's I think it's going to be perfectly fine. This one up here, obviously, and I don't really feel like welding on this thing while it's in here with all my hay and straw and everything else around here, so that's just not going to get repaired in the way of welding and drilling and tapping. So anyway, what I've come up with, I've taken the new cover and I bent it at that angle like that, so that I can put this the little bolt that goes in here right down in there like that, and then have it be out of the way. And then I gotta get rid of this dead battery I got here. And then, with a little help from my friend Electrician's Tape, vinyl tape, I've rigged up the nut and the washer on this wrench. It's a 1/2 inch wrench, and what it's going to do is it will go right up under here like this and hold it until I can get the bolt threaded in. Now, in order to make it so that it stays really well, I'm going to put some red Loctite in here, and hopefully just glue those threads right together there. And hopefully this is the last time I have to do this on this header, you know, before I upgrade to something nicer. But I don't know. Anyway, I will get to work on this here, and we'll see what we can do. So the first thing is I gotta drop some Loctite down in these threads. So here we go. Can we see us here? Yeah, kinda. You can kinda see us. Let's see. Let's do it this way. There. That looks like the thing. All right. So anyway, here's the Loctite I'm using. The red stuff. I think the number is 271 red. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and drop a little bit of that in these threads here. And it doesn't have to be all that neat. Just has to be in there. And then I can, what do I do with my wrench? Oh crap, the wrench is down here. Okay, here we go. Ah. Ah. Alright, so first we'll just do this with a screwdriver. Alright, so I'm going to reach up under here nice and gingerly. Where are we going? Where are we going? Uh-oh. I think I pushed it right out of there. Shoot. I did push it right out of there. I may never see that nut again. Oh, what happened? I must be the Loctite dissolved the adhesive on the tape. Shoot! Well, that didn't work. Dang it. Alright. We'll try something else. Just don't know what. Alright, so we're going to try to do this again. And this time, I'm going to wrap a little more tape around this wrench here. Let's see, that's still the right angle where we want it to be, and we want this on top. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it all the way around. I'm going to take a razor knife and cut the hole out where the threads will go, and that way I can stick it right to itself. And we all know that this tape works better sticking to itself than it does sticking to the thing you're trying to stick. Is this thing even going? It's not. Dang it. Oh, well, no wonder. It's the wrong stupid bit. Ah. You big dummy. I had that little hex bit on there for the old bolts, and this is a star bit. So let's try again. Oh, see, that's working just fine. Oh, criminy. I mean to tell you. I don't know what I'm going to tell you, but I got to turn this thing around here before we get going too far into this, because it's got to be turned around. Where'd you go? There you are. Alright, that's one. Okay, so we've got all of the new guides on the finger guides on the auger done. Hopefully you got to see enough detail on that to figure out that that's really an easy job to do. And you might have to do a little bit of creative you know, mounting of some of these holes. Like I had this one down here where I had to improvise a little bit. But you know, improvisation on these old machines is pretty much the rule of the day. Anyway, we're done with that, and we're moving on to the next thing. Because if you look out over the bean field on the other side of the creek here, that's the big field I have. It's only, that's my big field, you know. You guys know I'm a really small farmer, right? But that's my big field. Is 17.5 acres, give or take. Yeah. Yesterday morning I got up and there was ice all over my truck. And I'm thinking that that was enough of a frost to get things going here. So it looks to me like all the leaves have pretty much fallen off and should be drying down, hopefully. Well, with this cloud cover, it's not going to do a whole lot of drying. Anyway, the next thing we're going to do is work on this reel. I have all the new you know, boards with the tines on it, the plastic tines. We're going to make this thing modern looking, at least. So yeah, I'm replacing all that because I'm tired of well, a lot of this wood is rotting out. As you can see right there, it doesn't look super great. And then these tines, where if it rots out and these tines fall down, sometimes they catch in the cutter bar. And then when they catch in the cutter bar, it stops the cutter bar going, but yet all the cutter bar drive stuff keeps on trying to go, and spins the belt, it smokes the belt. And when I was doing wheat the last time and it smoked the belt, yeah, that's not really a good feeling to see all that smoke and all that dry straw. So anyway, I'm going to cut all this stuff off of here, get rid of all these boards, these old boards, and start getting the new ones put on. Oh my, look at that beautiful sunset. Wow, that's just amazing. Yeah, so anyway, I didn't get a chance to get back here and start working on that reel on the combine. I had a tractor club meeting I had to go to. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you the next time. So everybody take care and have a good night. Bob on the Farm, signing off.